There you go. So now we are live.
Action. It's like.
Alright, so we're gonna do here a part. It's got hasn't had a haircut in a long time. So we have a part here. Usually I like to part the hair into a style I want to create.
Maybe it would have been better on Facebook, man. Facebook Live.
Facebook Live?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we haven't done YouTube Live in a very long time, so people start coming, asking questions. So let's make this. There you go. He's got very good hair. He got good neckline too, though. If you want to look like for competitions.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So let's do. We're gonna do 1.5 on our asters. He's got very long hair too. I'm gonna just go straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even though I'm doing 1.5, I'm actually not cutting down to 1.5, only at the start.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it is elevated. Any questions or
No,
comments?
yeah.
Questions and comments if you touch, I think. No questions and no comments, I guess. Or they could be blocked. So it's okay. They're blocked. It is what it is. I like using this octane heavy duty clipper because it removes the bulk fast and it creates foundation for my style. Whether I want to keep it at this length or if I want to go closer. Let's see. And I try not to leave a heavy line here. Yeah. It's almost blended. Now we'll razor work, scissor work, we'll just, that will be done. Let's do this section on angle here so we leave the front long. And we'll cut this part. It's very important here that I do not leave a heavy line when I exit with my clippers. Of course, if I leave a heavy line, that means just more work after to do, like if I do scissor, clipper over comb or scissor or whatever I choose to do. So there is no need for that. You can take care of that in your first step here. So we are not gonna do the skin fade or like really short on the side. Maybe he's gonna get a little closer right there and taper the back. So what is edger, man? So for people that are out there, I don't. This edger is Kemei, 1949. You see it?
Yep.
It's honestly a very nice edger. For the money that you pay, it's crazy good. It's actually pretty cheap. You can get it on Amazon. Honestly, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. The only reason I'm talking about it, it's good, um, and it's a good alternative for people that cannot afford to buy these expensive edgers, especially people overseas, like in Montenegro and Serbia, where I come from. It's like you charge like 2-3 euros for a haircut, but then you have to pay like 100 euros for an edger. It's pretty bad. So this is a like extremely good alternative. I use this edger and I really like it. It cuts very close. It's very sharp. The only thing is, I think the blade is so fine, so thin, right? That if you have like a goosebump or something like that, it will actually catch it sometimes. It will pull on the skin. So you gotta kind of go light. But it cuts very close right out of the box. You don't have to actually like adjust it or anything. It has also pretty nice ergonomics. This is honestly one of the edges actually I'm gonna be putting in the tool kit for my students. Um, it's a good edger. That's all. No edger is perfect, but the only thing on this one is sometimes it will catch skin. You just go light. Clipper that I was using now, it's a 50 cal by Caliber. 50 cal. The Caliber makes it. It's a really nice clipper. Uh, Again, I'm not really sponsored by this one either. However, you can get this one at caliber.com. The clippers. It's about 160 bucks clipper. Uh, it, it comes already. Uh, it comes already gapped pretty close, and this clipper same like that one. Like I think because the blades are so thin, it will also catch the skin sometimes. But the good thing about them, they don't bite. Meaning like they won't bite the skin. So the thing with the wall clippers and Andes, they don't pull the skin. They don't catch the skin. But when you get them very close, they tend to bite. Like you'll see like a line on a person's neck. Because the clipper was it's gapped pretty close. We have no comments, huh?
No, I don't know if they're enabled or not, but
They're probably unable. Usually we have comments, but they must have been unable.
Yeah.
This here doesn't give you anything for comments. Okay, so unfortunately we somehow enabled them before we started. I would love to hear the people see what they have to say, how they've been. So here I just use basically number 1 with the open guard right here. Fading, it's kind of, I would say fading is like fingerprints, man. Everybody does it slightly different, but you get the same result. Some people fade from top down, bottom up, mixing it, I mean, but it's pretty simple. You create a line. You create a line, and the whole goal is to remove that line that you created. I think of all the barbering, I think fading is actually the easiest. I think everything else in the barbering is more difficult to learn than fading. Whether it's scissor work, whether it's razor work, whether it's blow drying, styling, obviously the most difficult. That's why you don't see pretty much anybody finishing their work. Europeans do, but here people just do the cut and nothing. They leave it. That's why at my academy, NC Barber Academy, we are committed on taking this industry to the next level and teaching barbers all aspects of barbering, or men's hairstyling, I should say, huh? So my students, when they graduate, they really should have a foundation of fading, foundation of styling, razor work, scissor work, all of it. Not just fading, So I want to keep this one just pretty classic. I don't want to go like really with crazy fade and stuff like that. We have so many fades on YouTube, even on my own channel, like, you know, something like every day, you know. Side. Hey guys, if you wanted to make a comment or something, see if you can leave a comment. Maybe when I'm able it, you might show up. If not, the video is gonna go after on my channel, so you can still comment and ask any questions that you want. All right. So that's it. You know, sometimes I like to go back with 1.5 look down for me. And if I see anything that I don't like, I kind of like to fix it with this 1.5 because it's almost like a comb. I don't try to change the shape. You know, I just like to clean up, kind of polish.
That's like just a wider tooth.
Wider tooth, yeah. And I also want to make sure whatever I cut with the clippers, I don't cut with scissors. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever my clippers cut, my scissors don't touch. So whatever needs to be fixed here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it with my clippers. My scissors, they take over where clippers stop. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no sense in doing the same thing two times over.
If clippers come half of the circle, scissors take over and they finish the circle. They do not do what clippers have done.
Yep.
All right, so we have a weight line here. So we're gonna remove that weight line probably with a razor. But let's cut the top first. I think we are good here with it. Obviously, we're gonna keep the top longer so he can kind of push it back this way.
Mm-hmm.
I can cut his hair with a straight edge razor now, or scissors. Let's look at the top. You can look from there. So you see, the top is actually very nice. You see how tapered it is? Because we cut it like this, so when he does style and put a product, he holds the style. But it's actually long, so that's why it kind of collapses, you see? So
You gonna razor it?
I'm gonna actually razor it. I was thinking to do scissors, but I'm gonna razor it. Alright, we're gonna start from here. And let's, one second, I got it. Let's see. Let's make it comfortable for the client. There you go. Alright. So now he's got straight hair too. So we don't want to get too close I don't want to start from here because then you'll have a short hair sticking out. So let's start from half and only kind of like taper the ends and remove obviously some length. You see?
This that MC sauce. That's what I call it. The MC sauce.
Okay, next one. We take section. I start from halfway here. Next section. I mean, same section, but next layer. And let's lower him down a little bit. So there you go. Hamza, can I see you for a second?
Hamza, come here.
It's all right. Nothing. Okay, you wanna add a little more texture, you can. We also want to keep the hair damp when you work with a razor. It makes the cut smoother.
Now you're taking about a 1/4 inch at a time of the hair.
Yeah, my sections are pretty good, you know, like 1/4 inch. This type of styles, it's important they have good texture in them. So especially the straight hair like this. If it doesn't have a good texture in it, the hair just collapses.
Yep.
You know, it's too heavy. It has to have that support. So this is one of the categories that we teach in my school, the razor work. I mean, like, I think easy 30% of my work here in the shop is done with a razor.
It makes a huge difference. I mean, you see the hair being so heavy, so flat, and then once you're done with that, I mean, it just gives it a whole different look, whole different feel.
You know, the funny thing is actually clients come and ask for a razor.
They probably feel lighter, like, because you can kind of maintain the length, right, and then still remove hair.
So sometimes, if a client wants to keep the same length but something doesn't feel right, all you have to do is just use a razor or even blending scissors, but just create that texture inside the hair. It will make the hair sometimes even look a little bit shorter, although the hair is the same length. So here we're gonna take another section, and then the following section I'm gonna cut actually from inside.
Yep.
Because I don't want to I love it, man. Razor it's like penciling work. This is like
you probably have so much control of what you want to do.
This is like using a pencil when you are drawing, You are creating an art. This is your brush right here. Alright, so here we have now this section. I don't want to cut it from outside because I'll have hair that will stick out. But also, I don't want to get too close. I want to start from here. I need some hair there. Let's do this. Right here, see? See this? Watch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now that we come this way, I want to go from outside, but you see how far?
Mm-hmm. Kind of blend in that front part
Yeah,
to the rest
and
of it.
I know like barbers that are watching that have experience with this style and cutting, they have that problem where the front section there is a line inside, it's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you remove it.
So you cut from the
See that?
inside.
See that? How that? See how this is nice and smooth. See that? Okay, so now what we're gonna do? We're gonna take scissors and we're gonna cut the end. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See that?
Yep. This is very fine hairs.
What I'm not doing is, I want to show you. I'm not cutting down here because that's my razor work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this.
Yep.
See, a lot of times I'll get comments on YouTube. What's the point of using scissors? What's the point of using razor if you're going to use scissors?
Mm-hmm.
That just tells me that the person actually doesn't have any experience with the razor.
Mm-hmm.
You know? See that? Yeah, that's my razor work. Right?
Yep.
That's it. Okay, so sit up for me, sir. Perfect. Now, let's do the back. So now we're gonna connect. So we did the sides, 1.5 with the taper. We did the top. Now we're gonna connect sides in the back, and we're done with the haircut. Again, there is different options you can use, different tools, but we can see this here. It's pretty heavy. We can use our razor and just remove it. You see that? You see that, cameraman?
Mm-hmm.
Shanwell here. Was it Shanwell? Remember that commercial? Huh? See? Follow me, cameraman. Follow me. Now you see this? Now you don't? You see me? Shanwell. With a razor now when you work, right? If you feel like you have to press hard to cut, it's time to get a new blade. With the razor, it's all about the angle. It's not about how hard you press. Right? So if you want to cut more, you change the angle to a steeper angle and you cut more. You see that? But if you feel like your razor is not cutting and you are pushing hard, all that means is it's time to change your blade. How does that look now? Let me see.
It's better just like that.
Right here, right here?
Yep, just like that.
That's actually from the shape of the head.
Yeah.
See that? So for me to change that, if you come from a profile, see how it's nice and straight?
You have to distort that.
I have to distort that to change that, to remove that shadow.
Yep. And you'd rather keep the
So now
shape.
you have a choice. Do you want to keep that shape? Or you want to like distort the shape and remove the shadow? It's a bone structure.
And you leave that to
No, it
everybody
doesn't-
to decide for themselves.
It doesn't like if you look from far, like in
You
the
can't,
movie,
yeah,
in
it's
the
hard to
picture,
see.
yeah, it's-
Well, the video kind of shows stuff that's not necessarily like noticeable by eye, or plus it's 2D anyway, or whatever.
So one more thing, like when I cut with a razor, if I want the hair to go this way, I cut it this way.
You cut the opposite?
I cut it opposite. I cut this
And
way.
what's the reason for that?
It's almost like creating a foundation or like a channel for the hair to fall into.
Yep.
Because
That makes sense.
if I just cut it from this side and then I push it this way, right? It'll just stick out because there is plenty hair underneath. This is cut short, but this way I almost cut inside the hair there. You see, like this. So now when I push it, this long hair will just
Falls right
in.
over it.
I almost create like a foundation for it to fall in.
Nice. That makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Same thing here. See, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cut it this way, and then it's gonna come this way, and the hair will fall nicely. I'll keep most of the
Let's see
length.
the difference now. Push it back first.
See this way?
No, the other way?
This way.
Yeah, that's how it looks now, and then we'll see when after you cut it how it's gonna look. Okay, go
All
ahead.
right. Well, let's do this.
MC's throwing out some gems here, man.
Usually I don't put this much information. This is like, honestly, this is like a live webinar. This is basically, I mean, every detail in the haircut right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the secret ingredients to the MC sauce.
Now you can also, once that is done, go over it like lightly. Okay, now you can just go over this way. And this is same as your clipper over comb or your scissor over comb. So, see that, cameraman? All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this just to create a little bit more texture inside the hair. And I'm gonna take this on diagonal, is that what it is?
Diagonal, yep.
And we're gonna just create a little bit more texture inside the hair because he's gonna be combing his hair this way. And cutting it this way too, yeah? And if you are still there, guys, stick around for finish. I'm gonna just take everything this way.
Mirky.
Yeah. I got somebody coming in.
I can take you right now.
Okay.
How you doing today?
Good, you?
Very well.
Just a
Usually
few long
pretty
ones
short
here.
on the sides, tapered.
So now when he pushes it, that's gonna blend into it. Yeah?
How short do you want to start?
All right, so let's
Nah.
see. The only thing we have left now, we are done with the top.
Okay. I understand.
What we're gonna do is just do
Barber the map, right?
this thing.
Get used to it, right? Yeah.
Gonna line him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Let's clean this line here now. Right there, right? Using MC Barber razor. I love these razors because they are so thin, right? You see that? So I can see the blade when I work with it. See, like this. And I like to keep these lines pretty thin. The reason I like to keep the line pretty thin is in a few days this line will grow out. So when it's thin, it will kind of disappear into the hair very fast. You know, if it's thick, then you have that like wide channel going through your head.
Yeah, it probably just looks weird growing out.
Yeah, but this actually after a few days only.
It's probably more natural when
Yeah.
it's growing back.
Okay. When it comes to shape ups, honestly, I don't like to go too deep in the hair. Like here, let's cut that first.
Probably go shorter than that if you want. A little shorter than that.
All right, too bad we have no questions from anyone.
I just don't think it's.
No, usually there is questions, but the fact that it has to be unable.
It's hard to do. Okay.
When you twist it, you can see the side of it.
Oh, there you go.
It'll trip you around.
Now you're always keeping the neckline very
I like to keep
very
the neck-
natural.
Yes, I like the same way you keep like a hairline natural. You don't push it in. I do the same thing with the neckline too. And I like to create a outline too. It's almost like a frame to your haircut.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. It really adds a different dynamic because it almost looks fuller and just like it's hard to explain, but it's very nice. Yeah, that was a good way of framing. It's like framing a picture. Probably the best analogy for it.
Sí, señor. Okay.
Look how that hair falls now. It's like all interlocked and
See that? It's not flat.
no.
Oh, well, let's style it.
Now this is the fun part right here. This is the secret sauce right here. For everybody watching, this is the secret sauce.
We're gonna have our blow dryer on low. Well, let's put medium.
Do you want to explain a little bit here?
Yes. We are setting the roots straight back.
Yep.
Right here is like where I really want to be flat. Straight back. Okay. Right here. Probably start here. Straight back. Center. Right there. Center. Right here. And I'm gonna just keep going straight. I'm not gonna worry about the sides right now. Just straight.
down the middle.
Yeah, it's down in there. There we go. This is the highest point of his head, and we want to keep it down and flat. You see here? Come here. Come from the front. You see here? We want to keep this up, 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 up. Right there. You see it? I want to keep this straight this way.
Yep.
Again. See, now we're gonna start creating. Hamza, get that phone. I'm gonna give him, somebody get a phone. See now? Yo. Watch here. Now I'm creating more volume there. You see that?
Starting to lift.
I'm pushing it back. Yeah?
Yep.
Phone camera guy?
I got you.
See that? Create the volume there and go straight back. So now as we move forward each section, we create a little bit more volume.
Just lifting the hair up more and
Now
more.
lifting the roots.
The sauce right here, guys.
Next
Oh
section.
yeah.
Over here, camera guy. Yeah. See how the roots are dropping right here? We're
Yep.
gonna push them that way.
Oh, because they're going that way. You want to go the
We want
opposite.
to make them straight. Yeah? We're pushing this way. And there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Setting the roots, that's it. Once you set the roots, the style will hold. If you don't have your roots set, no good, camera guy. Right? See how the roots here, we just push them over here. All you have to do is just touch. Touching the roots. Okay, now, camera guy, over here. Because his head is the widest right here, right? From this point the head rounds in. We have to actually still create that square shape. So we're gonna start from here and start lifting this here. We already left it. Now let's get a brush that we can get in there easier, right? And we want to lift this hair, right?
To make up for that rounding.
Yeah, we want to create a nice square look, right? So this has to be lifted up. You see that? And on top of that, his hair, you see how it falls down, so we gotta kind of lift it up here. Let me see. All right, so we are getting somewhere. If you are interested to learn this and you are not watching this video, something is wrong with you. Sorry about that. Now we come this way and we work on this side. We want to lift these roots. But here, I want to keep it pretty close to the scalp, you see? But as we go forward, I want to lift it. Here, keep it low. And here, Now, let's take care of this side. Okay, but here we can touch it up. And camera guy, right here, let's close this gap. Right there, and right there. See? Now we look in the mirror. We see this side is higher. No, not in camera guy. Over there. We see this side is higher than this side, right? So we fix that. Camera guy, what does it look like?
Looks good, man.
Alright, let's comb it a little bit. Okay. Now we don't add any fake stuff. We don't put any like color enhancements and filters and what you see is what you get. Yeah, that's see how that's blends. Let's add one more thing to this haircut and we'll finish it. Let's see, where is my spray and my other spray and my
Pleating?
plating foam. Right here. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add some oil. Now you could use just pomade or whatever you like, but yeah. Once I do that,
Just in case.
Seal up this here.
all right, huh? Let's look at this camera
You
guy.
guys got the sauce, man. I'm telling you guys.
Right there, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Camera guy, we're gonna do this here.
Where do you want me to go?
We're gonna start from
I'll go
here.
right. We see it. We're good.
Okay. And bring it right to the center. Okay. Right here. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna close this part. Let's just close this part right here.
Look at that bombash, man. What you guys know about that, bro? Got a tsunami right here.
We just But you know something, camera guy?
What's up,
If
buddy?
this is your model for the competition, you also don't wanna make him like old looking like gold and dry. And so you just wanna spray some shine in his face. See?
Make him nice and shiny.
Yes. You want not just the hair, but also the face. You know, just a little shine.
Put some mascara on him.
Okay. One second. One thing that judges do look for is also how clean you are. So you gotta clean. Make sure that your model doesn't have any hair. But another thing that we need to pay attention to is right here. Right there. So yeah, I want to comb this.
Would you ever use the hair dryer to set that a little firmer or no?
Yeah, you can. Okay. So what do you guys think?
Looking like Johnny Bravo, man. Balance, cleanliness, sharpness.
So look down. So we have a nice clean taper. We have a nice bombage here.
It's in there. Thank you so much. You too.
This right here seems slightly high, right there. There you go. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. This is MC. We did 1.5 on the sides. We did a razor work on the top. We connected it with a razor, touched up with scissors a little bit, and we finished with blow drying and styling. Here is your finished look. All right, thank you guys.